Greetings, friendos, and welcome back to the Oxlayer. For today's video, I figured we would take a look at a beverage. Yes, one of those liquid confections that one can guzzle down at their leisure. Or rapidly, depending on your mood. So, if it wasn't evidenced by the title down below Big Frank and Old Jack over here, we're going to be taking a look at another offering from PepsiCo, I believe. Yes. This one, however, is not specifically Pepsi, but it is, however, Mountain Dew. So before I actually show off this particular flavor, I just wanted to let you all know, and kind of do a little show and tell, that I've been doing reviews of this particular flavor series, sorry, I should say flavor series, there we go, that has been hitting store shelves since I want to say around 2019. Yes, it was 2019 is when the first version of this hit store shelves. And unfortunately, yours Ghoulie never did a review on it. As a matter of fact, at the time, I don't think I even tasted it. But I've gotten every single release since then. Going to... And yes, I kept the cans. I got the 2020 Mountain Dew Voodew. I got the Mountain Voodew from 2021. And of course, from last year, I got Mountain Dew 2022. Sorry about that, my thumb slipped. Now this year, for the first time, our little, I want to say, Reaper friend, who's been on the cans since the beginning, got themselves a friend. And I shall introduce you all now. Behold, for the 2023 season, Mountain Dew Voodew 2023, featuring our friend, wrong side, featuring our friend, the Mountain Dew Reaper over here, and his new friend, Mohawk Mummy. We'll call him Mo for short. Now, one thing I've got to say is I love this artwork. I know I've said that for the last 3 years running, but I really do enjoy this artwork. Because, I mean, last year, I will admit last year's was a little bit drab. How it was just kind of this almost washed out orange and pink going on. And the years before, 2021, it was mostly just these like blue hues with black in there to highlight things like the spider hanging out in the tree. And then of course we go back to 2020, and this is where the colors were very vibrant and very bright and such. And my editing self here in just a moment can go ahead and throw in a couple pictures of the can from 2019, which it seemed like the 2019 can kind of had this going on, but only with like a darker backdrop. Which, I mean, it makes sense. It was the first year they brought it out and they weren't sure what to do with it. Anyway, here's that picture. And then this year, we got all the colorful blues and pinks. We got this green in here, we got red, and also, I just realized this, but in all the other Mountain Dew Voodews, well, most of the other Mountain Dew Voodews, the number has been represented by the Reaper's hand, I believe. Let me double check myself before I make mistakes. Yes, like see here was the second year it was released. He was doing like a peace sign to represent 2. Excuse me, it's a bit dry in here today. And then the third year of release, 3 fingers. Last year, which was the 4th? Yeah, last year, which was the 4th, he had like a brass knuckle kind of thing going on. And this year, he is holding a lit candle. And in the flame of said candle, right there in the middle, you can see the number 5. It is fantastic artwork, and this actually brings to mind the artwork of Tim Jacobus. I believe it's pronounced Jacobus, or it's Tim Jacobs. Pretty sure it's Jacobus. The same person who did the artwork for the old Goosebump books. And of course I do that and they both fall down on me. But I mean, look at that and tell me that those two wouldn't fit in this kind of setting. I believe you'll find that you would find yourself thinking that they would. Then again, I could be wrong. I could be dead wrong. And of course the batteries are dead. Kind of proves my point, doesn't it? Alright, back on the shelf, fellas. Now it goes off. That's the thing with these old collectibles. Especially the ones that have, like, batteries and such. They're so unpredictable. Anyway, back to the actual soda at hand. So before I actually go into tearing open the box and grabbing myself a can of this stuff, let's see do they have the nutrition facts on the box? Oh, yes, they do. Alright, so for those calorie-conscious ghouls like myself, we'll go over this real quick. The nutrition facts, or the datos de nutrition, go as follows. Sorry, it's still a little dry in here. Nutrition facts are there are 12 servings per container, and each serving is 1 can. Sorry, the serving size is 1 can. And the amount of calories per 1 can serving are 160. Let's see, and it has 44 grams of sugar, which makes up 87% of the drink. I see. Now, where is the caffeine content? Ah, here we go. Let's see. Caffeine content is 54 milligrams per 12 fluid ounces. So the cans themselves hold 12 ounces, or whatever that particular 12 ounces equals out to in your particular region. Because I know the standard of measure here in the United States is not the standard of measure, but it's what we've got. Alright, so now that we got all that nonsense out of the way, let's tear into this thing, shall we? Haha! And now we have a can. Alright, set the box down. And sorry for the loud pop for all of those viewing with headphones in. I didn't think of that before I plunged my hand through the box and tore out one of those delicious, hopefully, cans of Mountain Dew Voodoo for 2023 heat. But as you can see, the artwork from the box did translate fairly well onto the can. Just going to continue slowly rotating that until my wrist won't go any further. Which is right about there. Very nice, very colorful, very vibrant. And now that we've done that part, let's go ahead and crack this bad boy open and get a taste. Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs. Well, I was not expecting that. The can literally oozed me. No matter. I'm gonna guess while I was moving the box around I shook it up a little bit. Well, good thing I have some napkins on hand from a video that I recorded previously. Pardon me for a moment, folks. Okay. We're good. Alright, so like I was saying, let's get a whiff. It smells almost like Kool-Aid, if I'm being brutally honest with you all, but I'm sure that's not what it's going to taste like. Alright, so, I got some on my nose. Alright, so now that we're done with the sniff test, Got ourselves a nice clear glass into which we're going to pour the soda, and we shall see what color it is this year. Will it actually have a color, or will it be that off-white kind of translucent color we've come to expect? Let's find out. Yep, it is that off-white translucent color we've come to expect. Let's pour the whole bubbling concoction into the can, from the can into the cup, I mean. And we set the can, I just cannot today. So there we have it, folks. That milky, translucent white color. To your health, everyone. It's a bit hard to get a bead on that one. There's several different things coming to mind. One moment. Trying to do that aerating thing the wine tasters do, you know, try and get the full flavor all over my mouth. I know that flavor. I know that I know that flavor. It's not Skittles. It's not Skittles this year. I want to say that tastes like Kool-Aid. It's got a cherry kind of kick to it. That's the flavor I was looking for. It's a cherry something. Let's take a look at the can and see if it can give us any clues. Because it's supposed to be a mystery flavor. Let's see. Carbonated water, high fructose corn syrup, citric acid, natural and artificial flavor, gum, Arabic, caffeine, sodium benzoate preserves freshness, sodium citrate, potassium sorbate preserves freshness, glycerol ester of rosin, calcium disodium, EDTA to protect flavor, bottled under the authority. Yep, I was right, PepsiCo. Yeah, it does not give away anything as to what that flavor is supposed to be. It's a cherry something. The initial thing that came to mind was like a cherry Twizzler. But also, it could just be like a cherry sucker. Or maybe I'm thinking way too hard about it, because in the past, it's had a taste similar to a specific kind of candy. So perhaps this year it's just cherry. The mystery flavor is just cherry. Or it's cherry Kool-Aid. Regardless, it's flavorful. I like the flavor, I like the taste. It's not overly strong, it's not offensive. Dare I say it's good. You can take that how you like, considering like every year that I've tried the Mountain Dew Voodoo, I've liked it. I think. The first year, I think I was a little annoyed at the fact that it was just overbearingly Skittles flavored. Because I was expecting something more bombastic, something more exciting. But it was just like, friggin' tastes like Skittles. Anyone who's seen that video, you know what I'm talking about. Anyone who's tasted that particular flavor, you know what I'm talking about. Alright, but yeah, I'm going to leave this here. I'm going to put the cup down here and say that I want to thank you all so very much for tuning back in for another one of my videos. I do truly and greatly appreciate it, and each and every single one of you watching. It truly does warm my cold little black hearts that you keep coming back for my content. And if this is your first time watching any of my content, welcome. Thank you. Also, if this is your first time watching my content, viewers beware. and subscribe if you dare.